how I'm firing. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. Ah, 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 ah.
All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And yes, guys, I am finally back from Aruba, back from my vacation, feeling refreshed, guys. And let me say this, if you haven't been to Aruba, you got to check it out. It's a spectacular place, man. And the people there, they're so friendly, and the views are just phenomenal, especially Eagle Beach. You need to check out Eagle Beach. I did put a video on the channel here, guys, walking down that beach. That's one of the, I think they said one of the 3 best beaches in the world. So if you hadn't seen it, check that out here on the channel. You'll be amazed by that beach. But anyway, let's talk about some boxing. I want to talk a little bit more about Manny Pacquiao. You guys know he announced his return to the ring. He'll be taking on none other than the WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. I think the fight goes down July 19th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Now, I did talk about this fight a little bit, but I wanted to talk about it more because I just went back and I watched Manny Pacquiao's last fight, his exhibition fight with Japanese kickboxer Rukiya Anpo. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I don't want to butcher his name. And I had my concerns before. I talked about that in the previous video about Manny Pacquiao. But after watching that fight, I really do have huge concerns about Manny Pacquiao returning to the ring. Now, let me say this. I don't know how well Manny trained for that fight against Anpo, but I can tell you this. He did not look like the Manny Pacquiao of old in that fight. To me, he looked a lot slower. He seemed to be doing a lot of lunging in instead of jumping in like he normally does. He just looked unsure of himself. And looking at the guy that he was fighting, the kickboxer Anpo, he looked extremely sharp in that fight. He controlled that fight with his jab. He was timing Manny Pacquiao coming in. He was having a lot of success with the right hand, and his counter punching was beautiful. It was even one point in the fight I thought he was going to stop Manny Pacquiao. And I know it's just an exhibition fight, but this guy looked like he was taking this fight very seriously. And that raised a lot of concerns for me. Because first of all, Manny Pacquiao's, he's been out of the professional boxing ring for 4 years. And his last fight was with, who was it with? Yordenis Ugas. And I actually went to that fight. And we all talk about how fast Manny Pacquiao is. And he was still, he hadn't, if you go back and look at that fight, he was still fast in that fight. We hadn't seen any signs of aging in that fight. But the thing was, it was Yordenis Ugas' timing in that fight. Timing beats speed. And once he started timing Manny Pacquiao coming in and being very successful with that jab, that's where he took over in the fight. And I could see that happening with a fighter like Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios, of course, he's the younger of the two. He's been the more active of the two. He's a very solid fighter. I know some people say he's the weakest champion, but I have to disagree with that. He has a very educated jab. He has very educated feet, and he has respectable power, and he is very, very disciplined. And if it was me, if I was Manny Pacquiao, I would not come back after 4 years and jump into the ring with a champion. I would take maybe 1-2 tune-ups to get myself back acclimated to it before jumping in the ring with a guy like Mario Barrios. If you plan on sticking around. If this is just a one-off, I can understand that. But if you're coming back because you want to stick around for a while, get your feet wet first. Get your feet wet and then fight a champion, in my opinion. But, I don't really have a problem with Manny Pacquiao coming back. I actually, entertain that. Manny Pacquiao is a legend in the sport. A lot of people love him. He'll put a lot of butts in the seats. But I do have my concerns about him fighting a champion after 4 years. And I've been watching some of the training footage that he's been doing, and he just doesn't seem like the same guy. Father Times is undefeated, guys. Father Times is undefeated, and I just, I have a bad feeling. a bad feeling about it. You know, I could be wrong, but we'll see. But I hope he's not taking Mario Barrios lightly. I hear a lot of people saying that he's going to run over Barrios, and I don't know if they're really, you know, thinking this through. I don't know if people really thinking this through. You know, they're seeing it through fans' eyes. They're not seeing through eyes where, you know, they're being objective, I would say. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think Manny Pacquiao should come back and fight a champion right away? Do you think he should stay retired? Do you think it's a money grab? Do you think he just misses the spotlight? What do you think? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.